Okay, so a couple of things just opened up. Now we can get into the center of the town and we can buy stuff at the junk store. But what is this? It seems a new obstacle deigns to stand in our way. It's a bunch of kids. Yep. So for some reason, they give you a tutorial on how to walk slowly. If you hold the circle button, you can move slowly. I have no idea why this is a feature, and I don't know why they have a tutorial on it. I just like to kick the cans at the kids. The same empty respawning soda can. I guess we have to walk slowly up to them. This is never used anywhere else in the game. There's no stealth mechanic or anything. You can't really sneak up on enemies. I have used this like one time actually to set up for a glitch that you can do. Like in the next video you'll see that. But I still don't know why they made it possible to move slowly by holding circle. You don't really use it for anything else. Also, what kind of name is Osh? Was it supposed to be Josh and they just forgot the J? Well, anyhow, that gets them out of the way. But first, let's pay a visit to the junk store and see what they're selling. Now, in addition to Buster parts, you can also buy upgrades for your life gauge. You can buy an energy canteen, which is like an E-Tank from Mega Man X, except you can expand like how many times you can use it, how much life it restores, and such. There's a bunch of Buster parts that raise the different stats of the Buster, but I always just go for the Power Raiser. More power is always good. And this is the shield repair. I haven't gone over the shield mechanic yet. Basically, the shield reduces the damage you take, but if you get hit too often, it'll break, and that's what the shield repairs for. If my life bar is red, that means it's busted.
Okay, got it?
Oh my goodness, what is going on with her waistline? Are you seeing this? It's like her waist is bending forward and it's like a square shape, like attached by a... Is this woman a robot or something? Don't answer that.
Right, we understand. You need to keep your costs and risks.
I like the Lego men, though. These are the same Lego men seen at the title screen.
Stay on schedule. That's right. You've got it. Huh?
Oh, it's even worse when she twists it. Haven't I seen her in a fighting game somewhere? Nah, I'm sure I'll remember later. Anyway, this is the downtown area. And the first thing to do when you come in here is to find a specific trash can and loot it. More dumpster diving. Yay! Now anytime you kick a trash can, if the lid doesn't go flying off, it means there's something inside. And in this can, we have a broken motor. So a cleaner and a motor. What could we be using that for? And yes, it's possible to get run over by the cars and other vehicles. Where's that bus even going to? This town is so small you could just walk anywhere. Why do you need cars? Unless you were going to the forest, I guess. So yes, it's fun to mess around with this even though it can actually kill you. Hey, that was a police car that just ran in front of me. Officer, that police car just ran in front of me. Are you going to, like, just let this stand? Don't be loitering. What a horrible police officer. He was in full view of, like, he could see that car running me over and he's not going to say anything to me about it? Oh, I've got to take revenge on this town for being slighted, so I'm going to steal from the vending machines. Yes. There are vending machines in this part of town. I have no idea why they're there, but you can put in 100 zenny for a full health refill. Or you can just kick it. You can kick it multiple times, too. Like, there's a reason there are health refills in town, but I'll get to that later. Wow, that's 3 drinks in a row. Normally when I kick these things, this just happens. Yeah, if you kick them too much, they can randomly just explode. And, they can't be used anymore until you exit and re-enter the area. And if you kick them again, they just blow up. So now that I've gotten revenge on this town for being ran over, even though it only did like 1 damage to me. How does Mega Man drink all those sodas anyways? That's 1 bathroom break I'm not looking forward to. I challenge you to a game of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, you don't want to play? Okay. Fine, let's just move on with the plot. So this is the City Hall area. There's not really a lot going on in either the downtown or the City Hall areas, but later on there are a bunch of side quests that open up because this place has the bank, it has the police station, and those areas are used for a bunch of side quests later. So we're just waiting on the cutscene. It's a good thing you could just press start and skip this. The transition from an action-oriented game to a more story-driven game was like one of the criticisms Legends faced back in the day.
Let me introduce you to the mayor of this island, Amelia.
I'm Amelia. Nice to meet you.
This lady, Amelia's voice actor voices Mega Man himself in the sequel, which was a very strange decision, but when your male voice actor has hit puberty, what else can you do but get a girl to do it?
To tell you the truth, we've gotten reports that there are some pirates headed this way. I was asking the professor if he might have any idea what they're after.
I'll bet anything they're after the legendary treasure supposedly buried on this island.
They must have found a map.
Stories about the treasure, but
What else
no
are
one
pirates
knows
going to do
exactly
besides look for treasure?
I thought maybe you might know something about it, Professor.
I've been in the digging business a long time, but I haven't been able to...
Man, have you noticed that Mega Man is the only character that has a breathing animation? Like, either only he actually breathes, or everybody else is just breathing very lightly, and Mega Man just breathes way heavily. He goes like in and out, and in and out. Yeah, whatever. So there's a couple of objects you can examine here. That doesn't look beautiful at all. It's like a polygon with 6 sides, or 6 polygons. What's so beautiful about it? And this painting here. Oh, we're getting into the art critiquing part of this game already. So not much else going on inside City Hall for now. So let's just exit.
Ah! It's a dog!
What's that all about?
That's what I said.
What? What did I ever do to you?
Well, since it's a dog, and this is a Mega Man game, this must mean we're going to get... No, that dog didn't even look remotely like Rush. I'm sorry. I do wish that they put like a Rush redesign in this game, though. Like, the only characters in this game who like bear some resemblance to previous Mega Man characters are Mega Man and Roll themselves, and like 1 or 2 other characters, I guess. Suspicious looking girls must be pirates. Fantastic. I guess we should do something about this because they're not going to let us leave the area until we solve this. Wow, she's really hanging on to that pole too. I would have slid down.
I'm not a circus clown or something. Go on, get out of here.
As of Battle Network 6, yes you are. Man, that's an obscure reference. So in the Japanese version of Mega Man Legends, you're actually able to kick the dog away, and this actually affects a bit of dialogue later on, but they cut out that option in the English version. I guess animal abuse is too edgy for people that eat animals.
Hey, hold on.
There's something wrong with that. I don't know what. Wow, a heart-shaped collar? I just noticed you really have to stare at it.
All right.
Speaking of hearts... What are you staring at?
You just mind your own business.
Okay then. Very awkward sequence of events so far. Surely the action will pick back up as soon as we get out of town. And what better way to exit this marvelous little town than through the sewers? It's a little known fact, like for people who haven't played this game before, but you can actually go in this little manhole and travel through the sewers. I don't really know why. There isn't really anything in here. You just see the water going, and if you crawl through this little hole, you'll end up back in the dungeon that we were just in a little while ago. So I have no idea what the point of that is. There's no chests, no money you can get. You can sneak up on those 2 Reaver bots from behind, but they never drop more than 100 zenny. I guess it lets you see this cutscene from a different angle. Man, these load times are throwing me off. They were so much faster on emulator.
Oh, Mega Man! Where's Gramps?
Why did the camera zoom in like
Man
that?
at City Hall? I hope he'll be okay.
Mega Man is very selective about when he wants to actually talk.
I've never seen ones like that before. I wonder whose they are. There goes one.
What could this be?
What's that noise?
She takes like a full minute to figure it out.
Oh no, they're attacking the city. Gramps is still in there. Mega Man, I'm going to go make sure he's all right.
Of course you are.
Whoa!
Well, don't just stop and move your arms a little bit. Go after her, jeez. Man. Video game cutscenes were really weird in the PlayStation era. You got people stopping and facing who they're talking to before they talk. Hey, Roll, don't you think you're rushing into things a little bit too haphazardly? Oh my goodness, Roll! Why did you just run me over like that? Wow, how rude. So now there's nobody in town except for the junk store owner, which is very strange. You'd think he would have gotten away too. But I guess, you know, just in case somebody wants to buy all of our weapons and blow up all the pirates, then, you know, we should make sure they can do that. I'm gonna save here just in case this fight goes wrong. I mean, these fights almost never go wrong. Mega Man Legends is not a difficult game, unless you're on hard mode. Also, I should equip the Buster part I bought, so now our Buster does 3 damage. Or however many points it does.
Hold it right
We're
there.
getting +3, so like 4?
You can't go in there. This area's closed off.
Please, officer, let us through. Our grandfather's in there and...
You can't go in either. It's dangerous.
What's happening?
Those pirates have attacked the island,
We already know what's going on here.
just like they said they would. They're after the treasure that's supposed to be buried
What a
here.
shock!
Enough talk. You have to leave here. Now!
Pirates?
They've occupied the gate over
Yes, that's what he said!
They're too heavily armed. We can't even get close to them.
Maybe I can do something. Mega Man, I'm going
This
with you.
this actually kind of weirds me out. The
No,
police can't
too
do anything, but
dangerous.
Mega Man thinks he
Let
can.
me handle
I mean,
this.
he's Mega Man, and he's got like
But-
that sweet Buster gun instead of
All right.
what are the police
You
using?
look after
Handguns or
Gramps,
something?
okay?
Wait, are you crazy?
Wait! Where do you think you're going? What can a single boy possibly do?
Yeah, I do legit wonder what the answer in universe to that question is. I mean, this is a video game, so we know that the player is the only one capable of solving any problem without fail.
We're the Bonds. We're pirates. You better watch out for us.
I like these guys already. Lego men in tanks.
We're not gonna let you through. So there. We'll be in big trouble if we let anyone through. Miss Tron will punish us. No way we're gonna give you the key. Let's get him!
Huh, so they have a key. Okay, so it's time for the first actual fight with these guys. Now the way this works is that there are 3 robots here. Each one of them has different properties. The yellow one has the most life, the red one has the highest attack power, and the blue one has the fast speed. But they all start right here. So, like, the red one has the key at first, but they can pass it between each other. However, when you start attacking them, the red one always passes the key to the blue one. So if you destroy the blue one at the start really quickly, like I just did, the key just falls right there. Right as he says, "You'll never get the key from us," and we just did. They'll never pick the key back up, so I might as well go and destroy another one for some more money. There's also a pair of flying enemies, but they're not really worth shooting down because they don't give all that much money. So the yellow one, I wasted a couple mines on this guy. It's really best to just circle strafe him like you did with the other boss from earlier. Doesn't take a whole lot of time to drain the rest of his health. I don't really care about taking down the red one, though. Like, it would take time to seek out and destroy it. Not to mention that it's the most dangerous, considering it has the highest amount of power. So we're just gonna go back and grab that key. Because you can't advance unless you grab this key, which is just floating there for some reason, and it has a really weird hitbox. Can you tell where the weak point on this thing is? Oh yeah, I have to actually subtitle stuff now.
Oh, what happened this time? I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? Just you wait till we get back. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Who was that? Wait, wasn't that the same boy as before? He disabled the Bloom Bears by himself. I don't understand.
Have I mentioned you can only find out the boss names in the cutscenes because they never say it otherwise?
Oh, forget
Wow, was this
Who cares
woman
what this feeling is?
prepubescent or something?
It's all his fault. His fault. How dare he? I'll teach him not to mess with me or my kids. Here we go. Feldinand.
Those robots are your kids? These are some weird pirates.
Oh.
But the music is too awesome for me to care.
Hey, you. Thanks to you, everything's a mess now, isn't it?
Huh? Aren't you the girl who's being chased by that dog?
Shut up. I don't want to hear about that. Do you know what you've done?
Huh?
You're a lot dumber than you look. You should have known better than to pick a fight with the Bonds. Of course, if you agree to become one of my servants, I suppose I could forgive you. What do you say? That way my brother
Villain
will never
cliché
have to know
number
what you
1.
did to us.
Join up with pirates? I don't think so.
All right then. forget
Villain
you.
exchange
Come on,
cliché
say
number
bye,
2.
Peter. I gave you a chance and you turned it down. Don't come back crying to me later. Your history! You're toast! Just you wait!
And villain cliché number 3. That was unnecessary. Okay, so it's time for our first actual boss battle. This boss isn't that difficult to deal with. Mainly it just spins around while firing bullets, bombs, and it has a couple of annoying attacks like that one. Jumping is probably not the best way to deal with it. So, as you may have guessed, the weak point of this boss is that exposed metal on the leg to your left. So shooting at that is basically how you win this fight, because it does double damage there. Of course, I prefer to just walk right in front of it and drop as many mines as possible. Those do a lot of damage if they take the hit, and sometimes the boss will just run over your mines for you. Very simple to deal with. Did she just, like, float up or something?
I'm so... I mean...
Not bad. You're stronger than I thought. I'll give you credit for that. Miss
Wow,
Tron.
if you pay attention, the joints on her body just look really weird. Like, here's another example. Look closely at the joint on her elbow.
It's not over yet.
Wow.
Don't think you've won. Next time, I won't be so easy on you. I'll make sure you pay for this. Let's go, Roger!
How come we don't shoot that thing down, too? We could totally do that. Oh well. Anyhow, Data has conveniently moved in front of the door, so let's charge up our energy before the next fight. I'm also going to... Oh, actually, if you ask Data what you should do now, he will tell you that the enemies coming up are flying, so you should probably have a buster part that extends your range, but I never got any, because I don't need it. And the cool part is, if you haven't gotten any range boosting buster parts, Data will actually give you one right here. I guess that's kind of helpful. I mean, I don't really need it, so... And he actually takes it back if you select that. There are some really mean options you can get in this game when you're talking to people. It is actually so totally awesome, even if you never actually select them. So I'm gonna save. I'm not really afraid of dying to the next fight, but if the fight doesn't go a certain way, then I'll probably just want to reset. And you'll find out why that is, well, I'll tell you why that is soon enough.
Indications are that the mysterious group of pirates will continue its offensive for the foreseeable future. Recapping our top story of the day, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, the city center was attacked by a group of unknown pirates who demanded they be given the keys to the caves and tunnels underneath our island. The mayor has refused to give in to their demands and is currently under siege alone in City Hall. Local police are helpless in front of the power of the pirates' weapons. It may be only a matter of time before City Hall is destroyed. Hopes are rapidly fading as... I've just been handed this update, viewers. It appears that the robots and machines being used to lay siege to the city have been destroyed by a single young boy. And now, that same boy has come through the gate and is heading towards City Hall. Wait! There he is! I can see him! He really is alone! Can this lone hero save the mayor?
How did that reporter read anything? Her eyes were closed and she was like smiling the entire time too, like even before getting that update about me. Okay, so this fight.
Mission start!
This fight involves a bunch of robots that are attacking the actual buildings instead of just you. And you can also shoot down the news reporter's ship if you want to. It's unnecessary and it's just like a waste of your time. Oh my goodness, a polygon is in the way, I can't see. So I'm shooting at the aerial enemies first, even though they don't attack the buildings, because if you attack the tanks first, then the flying enemies just go away for a little while and bring in more tanks. So in order to stop this, you've got to destroy the flying enemies first, and they drop more money anyways. Now what's curious about this fight is that the buildings will take more and more damage as the tanks attack them. And if you're not quick, well, as you can see...
Gentlemen, can you see this? The city hall is catching fire!
I don't know how it would catch on fire when you're not even using fire to attack it, but okay. So, if the buildings take too much damage, then you can't fail this by any means other than actually losing all of your health. But if buildings get destroyed, if certain buildings are destroyed rather, you'll lose access to certain side quests for a while until they're repaired, and guess who has to foot the bill for the damages? It certainly isn't the pirates.
Fire seems to be spreading. Can our hero save the mayor in time?
Some people might want to actually destroy this red tank right here first, even though it causes one of the flying enemies to fly in with a replacement. And another annoying thing is that sometimes the tanks can like get behind buildings and hide there. So like it'll be difficult to spot them. You have to actually search around for them a little bit. But you can see that the police station has been damaged. That means I'm going to have to pay for it to get repaired in order to play a side quest later. That's really unfortunate, but you know, I would have gotten through without anything getting destroyed. Anyhow, the police station and the bank are the only buildings that matter. None of these other civilian buildings matter. the buildings in downtown can also be destroyed by Tron if you if she aims at them. She's always aiming at you, so it depends on your position whether or not she destroys something or not. So anyhow, there's just one more tank. Once all the enemies are gone, that causes the next boss to appear. Kind of annoying that you have to walk all the way out there, so I guess I should be walking diagonally since that's technically faster. Alright, so now we just wait for the boss to show up. It's probably the goofiest boss of all time. It's a robot baby. Voiced by Ikue Otani, who also voiced Pikachu in Pokemon. Basically, Mega Man Legends is an alternate continuity where Team Rocket won. They turned Pikachu into a robot, I swear. A robot that fires missiles. So this boss is not really that difficult. The missile attack is the most annoying one to dodge. Like, I don't have a really convenient way to dodge that attack. But if you're close enough to this enemy, then he will only do the party streamer attack there, and he will only try to grab Mega Man, so just make sure he's not too far away. If you try and run away, like all the way back to downtown, he will actually start attacking the buildings again, causing even more damage. But you have to kill him to proceed anyways, so who knows what's up with that. Anyhow, that wasn't too difficult. There's a trick you can pull with him involving, like, getting him below your position. Like, you can get on a higher elevation than him and just drop mines on his head, which is very hilarious, and I should totally try to get it to work at some point. But it's, I'm not good at it. So, back to the green fish ship. This guy likes green a lot. He's wearing it. The ship is painted that color.
What the heck happened to Tron and Bond? They should have been back by now. Oh, those two. No, I told them they were in charge, so I won't worry. I'll let them take care of it themselves. Hey, look at the clock! It's almost time for my favorite.
Is it only 3 o'clock in universe? So that attack and me blowing up all the robots only took 1 hour in universe.
This afternoon, but their offensive was beaten back by an equally mysterious young boy, pictured here on screen.
Blue beats green. That's why there's no green version of Pokemon in America. I'm just coming up with all the Pokemon jokes, aren't I?
Is that Blue Boy? So Bond was defeated, but what about Tron? This is a potential disaster. We could end up losing a lot of money on this one. All right, it's obvious that I, Teasel Bond, will have to assume command. Who needs that key anyway? It might take some time, and it might take some money, but who cares? I'll use my ultimate digging machine, the Marl Wolf, to dig up the treasure myself. And I won't let any little blue boy get in my way either.
Yeah, how come none of the diggers in this universe ever just dig directly to the treasure themselves instead of going through all those Reaverbot-infested dungeons? Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Mission complete! Mega Man! You did it, Mega Man! On, let's go look for Gramps.
I guess the actress must have been having a bad day because that was a very painful line to listen to, and I'm not really sure why.
Mega Man, roll! Sorry to give you a scare like that. Don't you worry, though. I'm as healthy as I ever was.
Yeah, how about a thank you?
That's a relief. We were worried about you, Gramps.
With your help, we were able to keep those pirates from getting the key to the ruins. Thank you.
There we go.
Amelia says she'll give us a digger's license as thanks for helping her. Now we'll be able to look for parts to fix the flutter.
I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do for you.
that's the least you can do for us, to give us a key to one dungeon on the island.
Your Honor, we got a new problem. Those pirates have started digging up the northern forest.
That was quick.
What? They weren't able to get the key, so they must be going after the treasure directly.
Yeah, they got started on the digging project, like, really quickly after that fight.
Even if they are criminals, you've got to admire their persistence.
And their speed.
Who knows what will happen if they get their hands on the treasure?
Inspector, I want you to arrest them immediately.
Now, that went over so well the last time you tried it. Yeah, I suppose we're going to have to give them a hand as soon as we check out the dungeon we just unlocked. And all the little goodies inside. Ah.
Wait a minute, Mega Man. I'm going with you. Look, Mega Man. I fixed the car the junk shop owner gave us.
That was also very
I may not
quick.
have been able to get it fixed in time to help you before, but next time you can count on me. There goes the inspector and his men off to get the pirates. I wonder if he'll be all right.
If they're using weapons like they did before, the inspector might have some trouble.
Jeez, you think you can just see the gears turning in these people's heads
Not to mention
sometimes,
that
you
the
know?
pirates are likely to steal everything if they get there first.
What did you
I
expect?
think I better go help them.
Be careful, Mega Man. I'll wait for you in the car. If you find some parts that you think might be useful, bring them back to me. I'll get them fixed up and attach them for you.
Right. See you later.
And by later, I mean right now, because I'm not actually going to go and help those people. I'm going to go and check out my sweet new car that I just got.